I'll record this meeting. Yes. So thank you. You're most welcome, every one of us. Today we are going to go through several. We're going to go through about 3 agendas. Main one. Sorry. Right. We are going to go through 3 agendas. Number one agenda will be name of the assembly. Since we already have a quorum, we already have quite a good number of people in the list. As if you have seen on the forum, I've been sharing updated list. So maybe one challenge I've noticed, and among those people who have enlisted themselves, is some of those members, they are not conversant with the use of the latest technology, and that is Zoom. So some people, I know, I tend to believe they are not available today because of that challenge. Some of them are in areas where network is a bit of a problem, some few individuals, and others I may not know why they are in, maybe they are coming. So as time goes by, as we continue with our meetings, then we'll get to put things in order, and as you go forward, things might become more tight in terms of adhering to these calls, and also being present in the meetings, because now it's a serious business that you have been given to undertake. So the agenda of today, number one was the name of the assembly. Number two is officials of the assembly. We'll see who are the officials, who are supposed to be officials of the assembly. And then number three, we are going to see, or to get to know the committees which are supposed to be there. There's a link which was posted in our Telegram group. I believe most of us have joined this Telegram group. So there is a link which our national PRO posted in our Telegram group, that we should familiarize ourselves with that. So when you click that link, it will take you to a website whereby you can learn a lot of things regarding LIFOS, regarding the structure of assembly, regarding what are the work of the assembly, and so many other things. So when you interact in that website, you learn a lot of things, and when we meet like this, our discussion will flow, because we'll be able to, all of us will be in the same in the same page. So before everything else, the number one thing, as we were told last time, is to get to have the name of the assembly. Get to have the name of the assembly. So what I will do is to open the floor so that we can do a discussion regarding the name of the assembly. So when we agree on the name of the assembly, then I'll note it down, and then thereafter we go to the second agenda. So number one agenda is the name of the assembly, the name of the assembly. So I'll open the floor to each and every one of us who are present tonight to say which name do you think it can fit this assembly, so that when we agree today, actually my recording today will become one of the reference, and then as we go to the next meeting, we'll have secretary in place who will now be taking our minutes. For today, maybe I'll be jotting down some few points so that we can write what we have agreed today. So we start putting down the minutes and keeping them. So I'll open the floor to each and every one of us so that we can come and say which name do you think we can give to our assembly? Which name? Maybe you can raise your hand and then you can say which name and why in that format. So, and let's start with somebody I can see her name is raised, is Nora Rotich. I can see your hand is raised, Nora. Nora, you're welcome. And you can tell us which name do you think it can fit our assembly? You can unmute. You can unmute. Nora. You can introduce yourself and then you say which name can fit our assembly. You can unmute. Members, you can raise your hands so that I can go in order, or I can pick randomly. Maybe I can pick randomly if that is okay. Yes, Nora. Nora. Okay. Let's go to Dennis. Dennis, karibu, you can unmute.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Actually, it's a pleasure to meet this time.
Yes.
Nashukuru kila mmoja I'm still thinking about the name, so I cannot talk for now, please. Give me some time, kidogo.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Somebody, Raphael, I'm a propose Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. Okay, Raphael, you can unmute kidogo and then maybe you can talk about that kidogo, about the name, why you came up with it.
What I am proposing.
Yes.
Yeah, written on the chat.
Yes.
The one of you have just mentioned.
Yes.
Rift Valley Professional de Jure Assembly. Yeah, that is what I propose.
Okay. Let me write down. And then as I give, let me give Lavender. You can unmute. Lavender. Lavender. You can unmute. Okay. All right. I can see names coming, or you can write on chat, then I can read. I can read your proposals. Then we have from Yvonne, it is the Great Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. So as the Great Rift Valley de Jure Assembly. Any other person? Proposals, let it come. What name do you propose? on your side? What name do you propose on your side? Who else? You can raise your hand. Let me give Musimbi Adelaide.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Gena.
You're welcome.
So my proposal about the name of the assembly
Yes.
should be Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly, because the name is, okay, I'm giving that name because it's simple and direct.
Okay,
Yeah.
come up again, you said.
I said the name should be Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly.
Oh, you're breaking a bit. You've said Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly.
The Jew, yeah.
Okay. Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly. Okay. The Jew Assembly. Dennis is supporting Raphael. He's supporting Raphael. Raphael was saying Rift Valley Provisional, the Jew Assembly. And then Yvonne was saying the Great Rift Valley Provisional, the Jew Assembly. Musimbi Adelaide, she's saying Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly. Yes. So let's hear. Is there anyone who has a different, maybe different name? Yes, Susan.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, for me, I support Raphael.
Oh, Raphael. Rift Valley
Yeah,
Provisional, the Jew Assembly. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that is the best.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
so 3 people have supported that. Who else? Who else has a different name? Let me give Vivian. Vivian Chesire. You can unmute. Vivian, you can unmute. Yes.
Let's do the Rift Valley, the Great Rift Valley, the Jew.
The Great Rift Valley. Okay, come up again. I didn't get.
At the Great Rift Valley.
The Great Rift Valley. You're seconding Yvonne, or you've said the Great Rift Valley Assembly.
The Jew.
Okay. I didn't quite. I didn't get you very well. If I got you very well, is the Great Rift Valley Assembly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Great Rift Valley Assembly. Rift Valley Assembly. Okay. let me welcome Irene. Irene, I know it's your first time tonight to be in this meeting, but you're most welcome. We currently have quite a good number of people in the list, and we have surpassed the minimum number which is required. So today was our official day of coming up with the name of our assembly so that we can move forward. So Karibu, you can maybe say something, introduce yourself, and maybe what comes to your mind in terms of the name.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
As you
evening.
heard, my name is Irene. I've been listening to the proposed names, and since I believe the name is to give a reflection of the region and the category, because I understand we have the national, the provincials, and the regionals, I believe.
Yes.
So I believe Raphael's proposal meets the criteria.
Okay.
As in, it says we are the Rift Valley,
Yes.
and then it also says at the provincial level.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Jur Assembly.
Okay.
So I support.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe no one has been left out. Thank you for those names. You can see based on the proposal, the proposed names. I had also one. I had written about 3. I had written Rift Valley Assembly just like that, and then I had another name like the Jew Assembly of Rift Valley, and then the third one was People's Assembly of Rift Valley. But now, and then the other proposal was the Great Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly and then the other one was Rift Valley de Jure Assembly. And then the last one is the Great Rift Valley Assembly. So the one which has scored, let's say, many votes in terms of the way people have proposed, 4 people have proposed Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. Yes. So I believe if you agree that we can adopt the name, you can put one on the chat so that we see. If you agree, you put 1. If you are in disagreement, you put 2. If you are in agreement, you put 1. And then if you are in disagreement, you put 2 on the chat. Just drop the number, then I'll be able to see. Yes. If you are in agreement, you put the number. Yes. I can see one is coming. Yeah. Okay. Is somebody who has asked a question here? Provisional or provincial? Okay. Someone has asked provisional or provincial? Provisional or provincial? Yeah, I can see most of you are in agreement that we adopt Rift Valley Provisional de Jure Assembly. There is the word provisional. Somebody is asking. Somebody is asking, is it Nicholas? Oh, yeah, Nicholas is asking, provisional or provincial? Provisional or provincial? Maybe Raphael, you can come up, yeah, or Irene, yes.
Personally, I thought now that we have national, provincial, and
Yes.
regional, then it meant the provincial level,
Yes, yes.
not provision. It's provincial.
Or
Yeah, that's my understanding.
provincial. From the word
Yeah,
province.
from correct.
Okay. From the word province. So it is provincial. Provincial. So it is Rift Valley. Rift Valley provincial. Did you assembly? There is this word, did you assembly? Okay. Some of us may be able to understand, some of us may not be able to understand what this word stand for, did you? So in that case, let me welcome Nicholas. Nicholas, you karibu sana to our meeting, and maybe you can help us to understand what did you means. You can unmute. Okay, sorry. Let me help. Okay. Nicholas. Yes, you can unmute here.
Habari za watu ya Rift Valley.
Salama.
I'm happy to be here once more.
Karibu sana.
I've just finished some meeting.
Yeah.
Nikasema wacha niangalie how is Rift Valley doing.
Yes.
I've just finished another meeting some 10 minutes ago.
Right.
And I'm happy that you are here discussing about your name.
Yes.
Which is a very important step that you are taking.
Yes.
And I was concerned about not the Jua, but the provisional or provincial.
Yes.
Before I go to the meaning,
Yes.
to the question that you asked, because I
Yes.
know I'll get there.
Yes.
But what we are doing as an assembly is
Yes.
not something of a lesser thing or something that is maybe provisional, because by the word provisional, it means there will come a time when this will cease and then something else will come and take effect.
Mm-hmm.
What we are doing will last. It will last for even 100 years.
Yes.
So we are not doing a small thing with assemblies.
Yes.
So that's why I had to get it clear.
Mm-hmm.
If you are adapting the name, in my opinion,
yes,
I think you can just adapt Rift Valley, the Jew Assembly, instead of including provincial or provisional.
Yes.
Because anyone that lives in Kenya understands Rift Valley has been a province.
Yes.
And the word provisional means it's for a small time limit.
Okay.
So that is why I was concerned. That's why I was concerned about that word.
Yeah, yeah.
Now coming to your question.
Yes.
De jure, the meaning of the word de jure.
Yes.
We have two words actually, de facto and de jure, which are all French. But we are doing what is called a de jure system of leadership. De jure means by law, in accordance to law.
Okay.
Or officially or something that is officially sanctioned.
Okay.
Because we having, let me explain, maybe we may be here forming an assembly, not entirely understanding what the scope of the assembly that we are forming and what it actually entails.
Yes.
We are having governments in existence, but they are actually de facto governments.
Yes.
They are not ratified in the Global Hall of Records since 2016. So we're actually having a sort of leadership that, according to the Global Directorate Office, they are illegal. So we are actually forming a structure that is now legal. That's why they're using the name DJUA. So
Right.
that is actually the entire meaning. All assemblies will be ratified and entered into the Hall of Records. Hall of Records is a system that is a quantum system that every record of every happening, every event, every law, every government order, every bill of even the bills that are discussed in Parliament are supposed to be ratified. Even the budget that Parliament passes, everything that happens is supposed to go through the Global Hall of Records. But
Yes.
since 2017, no government in the world has ever achieved that, because governments who are actually are not aware of the changes that happened in the Global Hall of Records.
Yes.
So they are still giving allegiance to the former authority that is non-existential now. So when the director of the Global Hall of Records, now we know her, by now we all know her.
Yes.
You are here, you know her.
Yes.
When she approached governments in 2017, governments did not respond. So that means we are having leadership that is illegal, and now we are getting it to the people through assemblies. That is why the people are now forming a form of leadership that they choose for themselves. That's when you are voting for a name that you'll be pride in as Rift Valley. So
Yes.
that's why I was against the name provisional, because
Yes.
it means for the time being.
Okay.
I think I am now clear on that. So you can proceed with the meeting.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that clarification. Raphael was the one who proposed the name. We can unmute, and you had the comment by Keller. And
Thank you for the opportunity again to speak.
Yes.
Kela spoken about the name I proposed, but I heard that there is no difference between the National Assembly and the other assemblies. All assemblies are equal.
Yes.
So I agree with him. If he proposes that we remove the word provisional,
Yes.
because it's like we are. It's like that assembly is junior than the National Assembly, but according to the yes, it is, all the assemblies are supposed to be equal.
Yes.
So I agree with him.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. So when we remove the word provincial, will remain with the Rift Valley DJU Assembly. So it will remain with the Rift Valley de jure assembly. So since we had voted, all of us, and we were in agreement, so we remove the word provincial, and we remain with Rift Valley de jure assembly. Rift Valley de jure assembly. Let me write on the chat. Rift Valley de jure assembly. Okay. Or maybe you can check, Kela. Many a times when I see in the national, somehow the jure is it's like small letters when you write in the national, and then those letters, the jure seems to be in lowercase, or if it becomes capital, uppercase, all of them is okay.
There is no problem for now.
Okay.
There is no problem. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Yes, we seem to be, most of our members are having challenge with regard to coming to having a Zoom meeting. And this actually is a bit, it's convenient, but it appears some other people are still having challenges. Maybe let me ask Unique Karibu. You came when we had started. You had some people, about 3 or 4 people. They were from Narok. Were they able to connect to the Zoom? Unique. Okay, let me give you the. Is it? Sorry. You can unmute.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
I'm sorry to everyone. I got in late, but I talked to these guys. I think
Yes.
there's a problem with their network.
Right.
In Narok.
Yes.
And secondly, they did not have the Zoom app on their phones.
Right.
Yeah. So when they come down to Nakuru,
yes,
as they activate their accounts, they'll also be able to download the Zoom so that you can put them through that process.
Oh. Okay.
We'll be expecting them this coming week.
This coming week, okay. That's fine.
Yes,
so long as they understand, and that is fine, and we are happy. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, thank you for introducing them. So,
all right, thank you.
So we have all come up with the name of our assembly. Excuse me. And the name of our assembly is Rift Valley de jure Assembly. Rift Valley de jure Assembly. So that is the name. We go to our second agenda. Our second agenda was to identify the officials of this assembly now. And the officials of this assembly, we have number one, we have what we call presiding officer, who is like the chair. Is called presiding officer. And then the other one is we need to have is the secretary. And then the third one we need is called the treasurer. The treasurer. So or thinking like that, we have these 3 officials in place so that whatever now we do from here, if there is any signing or yes, signing of documents. They'll be there to sign these documents. So our second agenda was now to identify and maybe to vote in those three officials. Those three officials. Kela, you want to say something about that? Sorry.
Not really, because this is your meeting. I'm
Yes.
just a
Yes,
server.
yes. Okay, okay.
So they also have all the powers to choose your
Yes.
the
So,
presiding officer, the secretary, and because this is a very important step, a very
right.
important step for you to move forward. And so I'll be just there as an observer.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. let me welcome Yvonne. Yvonne, you can hear me. You can unmute, and then what I will request you is let's start from presiding officer. So let me give you an opportunity to propose a name or names so that we see based on those who are present. Yes.
Okay. I propose Ngeno, Peter Ngeno.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. So
yeah, I propose
you proposed
for the
your microphone is choking.
is it shocking? Okay, I propose Peter Ngeno.
Okay, okay.
Okay, let me in the chat.
Okay, chat, yeah, chat will be okay. Chat will be okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see Raphael. Raphael is Raphael proposal. Proposal from Raphael is presiding officer Peter Ngeno, treasurer Unique Jane, secretary dash. So you proposed treasurer is a Unique Jane. Yes, I want proposal presiding Peter Ngeno. Okay. So 3 people. Yes, anyone else you can put on the chat. And secretary, allow me to make a proposal on secretary. Then I propose Raphael Eric. Let me put on the chat as well. Secretary as Raphael Eric. Sorry. Raphael Eric. That's my proposal on secretary. Treasurer Unique. Treasurer Unique. Those are 2.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
Oh, you're welcome, Agnes. Paul, we just sorry. Yeah, we just finished. We had our number one agenda was identifying the name of the assembly, and we have gotten the name already of the assembly, and we said it will be called Rift Valley de Jure Assembly. Rift Valley de Jure Assembly. It is there in the chat. Maybe you can check and maybe you can copy. So right now we are identifying the officials, and the officials we need is the presiding officer. Number 2 is the treasurer. The number 3 is the secretary. And that's why people are proposing on the chat. They've proposed Peter Ngeno on the presiding officer. They have proposed Unique Jane on the treasurer. And then also Secretary Vivian Chesire has been proposed. Vivian Chesire has been proposed. Vivian as secretary. Secretary Vivian. Okay. And then we have, let me count. I count 1, 2, 3, 3. Yes, thank you, Kela. You've said the secretary needs to be very vibrant and faster person. He or she will be instrumental in the ratification process, communicating with the life force from time to time. Yes, the secretary will be very, very key in this assembly. The secretary needs to be a very vibrant and faster person. He or she will be very instrumental in the ratification process, communicating with the life force from time to time. And that is very true. In the National Assembly, you find that the communication is being done by the secretaries, very busy person. So that's why Kela is giving us at least that guideline for us to be able to identify the secretary. So secretary names which have been proposed, Raphael, Eric, and Vivian Chesire. Vivian Chesire. Good. So Agnes, do you want to make any contribution to that? And Francisca, also you can make contribution to that.
For me, I'm just happy.
Yes. Okay.
When we choose leaders, we
Yes.
support them. Eh?
Yes.
We support.
Absolutely.
For me, I'm sorry, I can't take any position. My hands are just full.
I understand.
You understand? Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, karibu. Okay. Dennis has also proposed Raphael to be secretary. Those are three votes going to Raphael, then 1 vote going to Vivian Chesire. Vivian Chesire. Vivian, any proposal you can put on the chat? Also, Irene, you can also put on the chat so that we can count. We'll count those as votes. We'll count them as votes. And also Francisca. Francisca, also you can put on the chat. your proposal of the secretary and maybe also presiding officer or also the treasurer. You are free to put on the chat. Yes. And Susan, have you? Agnes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, everybody is okay for me.
Everybody is okay for you. Okay.
All of them, they're okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Agnes.
That is fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Agnes has posted also for presiding officer Peter, treasurer Unique Jen, and 3 secretary Vivian. So 2 votes for Vivian, and then
Raphael is saying he will not take any position.
who?
So Raphael, I've seen.
Oh. Oh, okay. Raphael, sorry to turn down the proposal because of my busy schedule during weekdays. Okay. Okay. So we remain with Vivian. We remain with Vivian.
Let the 3 people who have been proposed.
Yes.
Pick the position. So that we can continue.
Okay, come up again. Sorry.
I'm saying the 3 people should pick up the position and we continue because we are still new. We don't know each other. As we go on, we will know each other better.
Okay.
But if Vivian, Jen, people are more comfortable with them.
Yes.
Let them just pick the position.
Okay. Let me
That
give.
is my proposal. Other people should also give their own opinion.
Yes. Let Dennis give his opinion.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yeah, we get that. I think this is the best time as we are starting.
Yes.
For the first starters, let us have the first 3 people have been selected to be the leaders.
Yes.
As you're still moving, let them pick up and move forward.
Okay.
Because for now, I don't see if we are going to get anyone else.
Yes.
Let us move with them first. Yes, I prefer for you guys that you have been given this opportunity to work for us.
Right.
But we shall still support you back fully.
Sure.
So
yes. Yes. I get you, Dennis. Thank you very much. And then let me give. Raphael, will you've said you because of your busy schedule you you want to not to take that position.
Well, since Kella mentioned that somebody in that position should be very active.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my busy work schedule will not allow me because I think there is some tasks that I should perform during the weekdays, but my work will prevent me from doing them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Vivian Chesira, your name has been proposed, and you have, I think, 2 votes. Yes. Okay. We can't hear you, Vivian. Come up again.
I do not even know what is going on. Hata nikiletea leadership, I don't know how well. I'm still learning.
I think.
I'm still learning. I don't know anything in this thing.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
I can't lead.
Okay. Vivian is saying she's still learning on that. Right. Maybe can we like pick one other proposal? Okay. Let's.
Yeah, can I say something?
Okay, you can say
Hello?
something, and then Kela will also say.
I'm asking Vivian to allow us to work with her. We will support her.
Yes.
Otherwise, some of us, our hands are too full. And
Yes.
if we say that we are going to within the team, the officials will let you down.
Okay.
So that's why I'm really asking Vivian just to accept.
Okay.
She doesn't mind.
Yeah, before Lillian respond to that, let me give Kela. Kela had given us some guidelines. Let me give him this chance to say something.
Okay, thank you, Peter, once more.
Yes.
My comment
Yes.
maybe inaweza kuwa imeeleweka vibaya. What I meant is that secretary needs kuwa mtu ako chap.
Yes.
Is supposed to kuandika emails because to
Yes.
communicate to PGSD through email.
Yes.
And sio mtu wa kuzubaa, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Kuwa mtu mwenye chap.
Mm-hmm.
Then most of the works that the assembly will be doing for your case,
yes.
I believe the national secretary will give you guidance.
Okay.
More of it because already he has experience.
Yes.
And he has done it successfully for the national team. And
yes.
He will be giving guidance downwards to all these assemblies that are coming up. So the secretary will work hand in hand with that other secretary. So, right. Someone saying that he's too busy and maybe given leadership opportunities, he may fail the assembly. I think that one should not be an excuse for now because everybody, there is no passive membership.
Yes.
You will be in a committee, you will be in a council, you will be in a sub-council, you will be in a department.
Yes.
And everybody will be busy.
Sure.
And wale wenye wanasema they are too busy now, no, you are not busy.
Yeah.
You are not busy. Let me assure you, you are not busy. The assembly will give you work and it will give you good pay. So you are not busy. You are just looking for money.
Yes.
The thing is, you are just looking for a means to survive.
Yeah, that is the direct language now.
Yes, you are just looking for a means to survive.
Yes.
Because of the current economic hardships.
Right.
But assembly will restore you financially and will restore our lives in both ways, in all spheres of our life.
Absolutely.
So everybody will have something to do in the assembly, and there is a good package. I don't want to talk about that, but tukifika hapo nitawaambia.
Tutaongea
Wacha
hiyo.
niongee na Kiswahili ndio hii mtu kama kuna mtu anasikia Kizungu peke yake asikii Kiswahili asisikie. So I understand sahi people are busy looking for a way to survive economic hardships. That's why we need to form the assembly with speed.
Yes.
We need to form this assembly with speed because we are the answer to everything that is happening in Kenya. Politically, economically, socially. Ukiona vile shule zinachomwa shuleni, the assembly is the solution.
Yes.
So
yes. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Kela. Thank you. I thought it is my net which is fluctuating. So members, Nicholas Keller, for those who do not know, is Nicholas Keller is a PRO National Assembly. He's there, and at least there he has gotten a privilege to communicate with the people who are in charge of this global restoration agenda. And when he speaks like that, he understands what he's saying, because he has seen something. He has seen something. So let's take this thing seriously, and let's commit ourselves to doing this work, and sacrifice and commit ourselves to ensuring that the assembly stand up and functioning. So we come back to you, Raphael, again. For me, Raphael, one thing I know about Raphael is his background is IT. His background is IT. If I'm not wrong, Raphael, his background is IT. Okay, he knows everything to do with IT, and this communication thing with Lifeforce, it means you will be using the communication like internet and so forth, and your laptop and so forth. So for Raphael, it will not be like a difficult thing. He's conversant with everything to do with IT, and that is why I was making that proposal.
He's not in the room.
Oh, he's not in the room.
Raphael is in. No.
Okay, I'll get back to him. Sorry. So let me give Musimbi. He wants to say something. You can unmute Musimbi. Musimbi, you can unmute.
Thank you once again, Mr. Ngeno.
Welcome.
Yes, okay, my opinion was I concur with what Mr. Keller is saying.
Yes.
About these people who are saying they are new, they don't understand what. So it shouldn't be like that.
Yes.
I think when given a job, you might be new, but you have to be guided on what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
And actually you'll be given what you call job description. So you should be knowing your duties.
Yes.
And what to do. So don't know why these people are fearing. They don't know, they don't understand, they're still new. So that was my opinion. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dennis, you can unmute. Yes, Dennis.
Once more time, thank you.
Yes.
I really wanted to support the words of Mr. Keller.
Yes.
He has spoke back to that leadership is in everybody.
Yes, yes.
We are all leaders, eh? All leaders, giving it.
Yes. Dennis, could it be your network?
So we are learning process. Let us accept people as together, and then consultation will be there. So what I'm trying to say,
yes,
let us accept and move together as leaders, and we all lead. Everybody was born in an area of a gifting.
Right.
I believe is just running away, but let him come back, please. Wherever he is, let him come back. We shall support him.
Yeah, Raphael is back. Raphael
Yes.
is back. I think it was a network issue.
Hello. No. My bundles was off, so I managed to purchase, and I'm back.
Oh yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I was offline, so I didn't get what was going on.
Okay.
I was just saying.
Yes.
Let me surrender to the task as the secretary of the Rift Valley, please. We are there to support you, man. Don't worry. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. When you are away, Raphael, what I mentioned is that your background is IT. That's what I know. I'm not so sure. And I know you are conversant with the issues of IT, computers, and this thing of communication will not be a challenge. And I know you'll be able to, even when we reach the issues, other areas which require somebody who is conversant with IT, I'm sure it will not be a bigger challenge, especially to Raphael. That is what I was saying when you were offline. So,
okay, so I don't know if you have taken a vote for all the leadership.
Yes, I had for votes. I had. Let me see. For Vivian it was 2, and then for Raphael, just a minute. Let me can see some other new.
Raphael, 4.
Yours I think was 4 or 5.
Yes, and 4.
They are 4.
Yeah.
Okay. 4. Yeah, 4. So you are only 2, Vivian and you, and we see Vivian said she's still learning. She's still learning what is all about this, and based on the votes, we can see also you are in the leading with 4, and she had 2. So we were suggesting you pick up the challenge, because even the rest of the people, and one thing I know, there is no like senior person or junior in this area. All of us will be working, having the same responsibility. The committees also will be having their responsibility. So there will not be like there's a very senior person or very junior and so forth. So which means all of us will be busy. Everyone will have the responsibility. So based on that, I believe for you, Raphael, that one can be okay for you.
Okay, thank you. Since the majority have chosen me,
Yes.
Thank you. I'll accept the appointment. I'll accept.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I also, Peter, and I also accept the challenge. I'll take up the challenge, and I am ready to do that. So to do the work. So I didn't see any other proposal on that. Just a minute. Yeah, on the presiding officer, I saw my name, and I accept that one. So let me write now. So PRO for is Peter, and then treasurer, Jen, unique. You have been given a responsibility. You want to unmute? Unique, are you there? Unique Jen. Yes. Okay. Unmute. Yes.
Okay, I'm in. I'm here.
Yes. I was saying. I was saying you have been given a responsibility of.
Yes, that's why I'm saying thank you for, believing in me and giving me an opportunity to work with you.
Yes.
I know that position is demanding and needs a lot of, diligence. But
yes.
I know God has helped me.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He will. And the good thing for those who do not know, Unique has been working in the bank, and he understands that area. And now he's working, he's doing his own business, doing his own thing. But at least he has that experience with the bank. He understands that very well. So thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Unique, for accepting. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, thank you too.
Thank you. At least we've gotten now. Let me now maybe announce based on the voting of the members present here today or tonight. They have proposed that presiding officer to be Peter Ngeno, which is myself, and then the treasurer to be Unique Jen, and the secretary to be Raphael Eric. So maybe you can help me again, Raphael, to type on the chat the presiding officer or PRO to be Peter Ngeno, and the treasurer to be Unique Jen, and then secretary to be Raphael Eric. Wow, the time is really running. So at least you have done those two agendas for today. What you are remaining is the committees. And because we only have few members here, so the remaining people here, we want. Let me mention areas of where it needs committees, and then we see, and maybe you can place yourself, and then we see for those who are not present. We will have one officers law and law enforcement committee. We will have health and wellness committee. We will have environment committee. We will have needs assessment committee. We'll have Treasury Committee. We will have Project Management Committee, Family Service Committee, Education Committee, Security Committee, and then we will add others as we go by. We'll add others as we go by. We will we'll check on the national, and then we see what the national have added to that list, and then also we can pick also from there. So I was checking. Okay, leadership. Raphael, have you like posted it? Okay. Yes. So let me, there's one thing I've not gotten, but the good thing after this, we'll now enter into area of training after this area of training. After completing the basic thing, the training will be there so that we get to know, to understand a lot of things about assembly, the roles and responsibilities of each and every member in the assembly. So right now we are just taking the position, and then training will come back. Will come after this. We'll have a lot of training regarding all this. And again, let me repeat again. There was a link which was posted by Kela in our Telegram group, whereby when you click, it will take you to Lifeforce page, which you'll be able to learn more about assembly. You'll learn more about even the structure and everything which you need to know. It is there. So when you interact, you get to read and understand and get to know the responsibility of each and every person, the term limits of each position. We also have term limits on each positions. So you'll get to understand and get to know more. So there is a link in, if you are not in Telegram, please join Telegram and join our group. And then there there is a link where you'll be able to learn a lot regarding that. So thank you very much. Thank you, Raphael. You've posted now. So members, you can copy or you can write it somewhere. Get to know that now at least we have those officers. And for those other members, maybe you can tell us which area of a committee you can work in. I'll note it down, and then the rest of the people, when they come, will get also to fill those positions. So what I will do is maybe I'll pick a member, and then he can say or she can say where she feel fit in that area. Irene has said Health and Wellness Committee. Health and Wellness Committee. So yes, Irene Bowen. Yvonne, Health and Wellness. So Yvonne. Yvonne has picked Health and Wellness. Irene has picked also Health and Wellness Committee. Yes, any other person? Agnes? Francisca, you can hear me? You have not talked.
Which one are you giving me?
Needs assessment. That is my proposal. We have needs assessment.
Do you have a committee on project management?
Yes, we have project management.
I would rather take that.
Okay.
Although project needs assessment is part and parcel of project management.
Yes.
But I'll be working close with the needs assessment committee.
Okay. Sawa kabisa. Sawa. And then we have Francisca. Francisca, let me, okay. Francisca, you can unmute, Francisca. Okay, as we wait for Francisca, Musimbi, which area do you feel you can do well in those committees? Musimbi.
Thank you once again. I choose project management.
Okay. Musimbi. Okay. Kayla, I've seen you. You've raised your hand. Okay. Yes, karibu. You wanted to say something, Kayla?
Okay, just a piece of art as you go ahead with the
yes.
committees and all that.
Yes,
yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Besides committee membership, there is also another very important aspect that you need to fill 12 members. That is the council.
Council, yes.
Yes, the council needs to have 12 members, including the 3 officers that you have voted in today.
Okay.
And then there is the sub-council.
Yes.
The sub-council is now the needs assessment.
Okay.
So there will be no committee known as needs assessment.
Okay, okay. So, okay.
Yes.
So this one is a
So
sub-council.
Yes.
Okay.
So the sub-council needs to have 12 members.
Okay.
And these 12 members needs to be heads of different committees, because we'll have up to 12 committees.
Yes.
So the 12 heads of each committee will form the sub-council.
Okay. The heads of each committee will form the sub-council, which is called needs assessment.
Which is the needs assessment now.
Right, right.
So as you're filling those positions, committee positions, factor in those two, because there is need to have the council, which is the topmost.
Yes.
And then the sub-council is the needs assessment, which reports to the council.
Right.
Comprised of committee heads. So that's a piece of advice. I think now you need to have a meeting with the number of people you have. I saw you almost 40.
Yes, yes.
which is a good number to begin with, because you'll fill all the positions necessary for ratification.
Right.
So as people are choosing, I have seen 2 people getting interested in health and wellness.
Yes.
But I think there can be some shuffling because of the number that is presently chattering this assembly.
Yes.
You may be interested so much in one committee, but because another committee may lack membership, you can be shifted there.
Okay.
So I'm saying that now let's be flexible. At
Yes.
one point, you may get yourself into communication, because there is also a communication department or committee.
Yes.
There is an infrastructure transport committee. So as you are planning, you will factor in the council and the sub-council.
Right.
So
right.
that is all.
Yeah. Very good. Very well. I get you. I get you. So from the council, the council, is it also elective positions, or it's a appointed position? I know there is somewhere explaining, but maybe you can say something a bit on that.
Since we are just beginning,
yes,
it will be by a process of nomination, just people getting into the council by nomination, but there is a term limit.
Right.
And the term limit and the process of getting into the council will be done by your bylaws, because you will sit and draw your bylaws,
yes,
how you want the assembly to be governed.
yes.
So all that, the term limit, you are the ones to decide according to your bylaws.
Right.
So what PGST does is to give you a guideline of what is you need to do, and then you will sit down and polish it to the way you want to run and manage your assembly, because this is now self-governance, such
Sure.
that you as an assembly, you decide on how you want to be done. But they are proposing for officers maybe a 2-term limit.
Yes.
But they don't retire and send off. They retire and maybe come to the council.
Yes.
So that their experience and their knowledge they have in running the assembly is not wasted.
Right.
Yeah, so that is just a piece of advice as you move forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that point. We've noted, and I think we will all work on this. So let me give, I had called not Musimbi, you had talked of okay. Musimbi, you said what about the committee?
I had chosen project management.
Oh, project management, yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sawa. Then we have Francisca. Can you hear me, Francisca? Francisca. Let me. Francisca, if you can hear me, you can unmute. Okay. Maybe she has some issues regarding that. So so far, at least we have done something. We wanted to finish this, though not everyone managed to come to this meeting. So I think what we will do is we will schedule another meeting so that we can finish this business, especially on the area of committees, the council.
Maybe you read the names of the committees.
All right.
I'd also put it as project management.
Okay.
And then Msimbi also said project management.
What I can read is
let me help you in
okay.
the number of committees you need to have.
Yes.
So that you go plan yourself.
Yes.
I hope someone is writing.
Raphael, help me.
We have security.
You have security.
Then treasury.
Treasury.
The treasurer will be the head of the treasury committee.
Who is now unique.
We have law enforcement.
Yes.
And then we have law.
Yes.
Law enforcement is different and law is also another committee. Take note.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Then there is education.
Yes.
And then there is environment.
Come up again, that.
Environment.
Environment, yes.
And then we have family services.
Yes.
And then health and wellness.
Yes.
Then communication.
Communication.
The head of communication will also be the PR officer, because we will also need to have a public relations officer.
Okay.
Then project management.
Yes.
And then lastly, public works.
Public works, okay.
So these are like 12 ministries of a government.
Yes.
So some other committees will have so many subcommittees or departments under it. For example, environment.
Yes.
We'll have agriculture under environment.
Okay.
Land and natural resources will be under environment. So that is just an example.
Yes.
Public works, there is infrastructure under public works. Have transport is under public works and so many other things.
Yes.
So that is just an outline of what is expected, so that when you have your meeting, in case I'll not be there,
yes,
you will know how you need to plan.
Sure.
So those are 12 committees.
Right.
Of which the head of every committee becomes a member of the subcommittee, which is the needs assessment committee.
Yes.
Which assesses the needs of that assembly in different committees, then reports to the council.
Yes.
So I think I've given you an overlay of what is expected.
Sure. Let's report. Yeah, at least we have gotten that, and at least it's giving us now a guideline on what to do in our next meeting. So I think because of time, I think we can end it there. But now if there is any question or any comment, you can you can unmute and you can say. If there is any comment.
I just wanted to know which committee has already been occupied.
Sorry?
At least a committee has someone. How many committees have
the number of committees is 12. We should be there.
The people who have just people have picked the committees.
Yeah, those who are present here, they have picked an area where they feel they are okay in those committee positions. I don't know whether I got your question well.
Just wanted to know how many
Yes.
committees have been, at least they have been allocated someone.
It's how many committees? There are three committees.
I have sent a chat about a list of the committees.
Okay.
I've sent a chat.
Oh, yes. Security and public works are missing. You can add now those two to become 12. Become 12. So, Agnes, the one which have been chosen is health and wellness and project management, and also treasury. We will have our treasury being there at the top. And then communication, we will have the PROs also at the top. So we still have several committees to be filled. Yeah. I don't know whether it's okay, Agnes. Any other person? Dennis, are you okay?
Okay.
Okay. So any other person, you can unmute, and if you have any question or any comment, yes.
An additional information.
Yes.
From choosing name of the assembly.
Yes.
I think Mr. Keller mentioned about choosing a logo for assembly.
Yes.
A
yes.
logo. So we need to come up with a logo, and then
Yes.
we propose. We get an image of the logo
Yes.
to the members, and then we propose if any other member has another form of logo.
Yes. Yeah, actually,
so that is an assignment that all of us will go and do, and then maybe next meeting we can come up with at least a format of a sample of a logo.
Exactly.
For
exactly. Exactly. So, members, in the next in our next meeting, one of the agenda will be the logo. So as we go about, let's check on the logos. You can check on the national logo and see, get an idea about it, and then so that when we get to the next meeting, it will be one of the agendas. We will post the date of the meeting and also the agenda, so that we can finish the business, especially on the area of filling the committees. And and also we'll see which one is very okay for all of us, so that we get all the members coming to the meeting. If physical is okay, then we'll have to agree if we can call on physical meeting. We will also discuss on that, and we see if we agree to come, we do a physical meeting, that will be fine. If we agree to continue on Zoom to finish the business, I think that will be also okay. Yeah, so any other concern or point?
Well, my last suggestion is because some members are trying to find out the committees which are still remaining.
Yes.
So maybe you can publish the list on the social media, and then they will decide when the next meeting comes, they will be able to know.
Yes, absolutely. I will. I'll post the. I'll post what the committees and those who have chosen which area, and then I'll share on our forum.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other person with concern? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've spent an hour and 43 minutes so far. And I want to really thank all of you who have managed to come and giving your time to this very important meeting, official meeting for us. And I was thinking maybe we will discuss on our forum which days will be okay for us to have meeting and which time. So we'll agree. We'll chat on forum, and then all of us can agree so that we get to have our calendar fixed. We get to have our calendar fixed so that we can give a copy to Mr. Keller, so that also he can see where he can be able to fit in. So maybe if you have the last maybe comment, Mr. Keller, for us.
Okay, let me say congratulations for the milestone. You have a name, you have officers.
Thank you.
So it is now to put pen to paper.
Yes.
Now it is work. You need to do a logo, as Raphael said.
Yes.
You need to have a letterhead. You need to begin drafting your bylaws. And you need to be working on now you need to have a website. And I will link you to the secretary.
Yes.
National Assembly. He has some graphics already done for regional assemblies.
Yes.
Because there is a standard of a website that Life Force requires.
Right.
So I had told him to begin working on graphics for every regional assembly. So at least you have some work that has already started. So the secretary for Rift Valley Diju Assembly will have to link with the secretary for National Assembly.
Yes.
And they work hand in hand to ensure that we do a good website for Rift Valley.
Yes.
And also we get everything in order.
Right.
And I believe we all understand the financial responsibility we have towards building the assembly. That is the pre-ratification budget that we need to carry. And then, of course, it will be reimbursed after assemblies begin to be funded.
Yes.
So right now it's a volunteer
yes.
Work that we are doing. We are spending our money, like getting data to join meetings. We are spending our own money.
Yes.
And the treasurer, now you need to be putting records of the money that is being spent, the money that will be coming to your site for assembly work, because you need to present a report on how you worked before ratification, how you spent the money, and then that will be reimbursed. So even as you are going forward to collect money for building the website and doing the logo, any other duty that will come,
yes,
maybe holding physical meetings, you'll need to have fair. That is part of the money that will be reimbursed.
Yes.
So it will be, now that is the work of the secretary and not the secretary, but the treasurer and the treasury committee, pre-ratification, concerns and financial obligations for the assembly.
Yes.
And I think I will be, I need to get all the members joining Telegram, because there is an orientation class, and the guys in cost will begin their orientation class on Monday. So when all of you guys are on Telegram, let me know that I also introduce you to the orientation class, so that we learn more about assemblies, we learn more about LifeForce, we learn more about PGSD.
Yes.
There is a simple test after the orientation class. There is also another class called the ethics class, which you will undertake after the orientation class. So, because we cannot build an assembly if we don't understand what we should be working on and what is expected of us, what we need to do. So that is taken care of in the two classes, orientation class and the ethics class. So I expect you guys to come up with a lot of seriousness in that. We'll keep in touch. I'll be there as the guide. You are good to have a national team that you can look onto. Mimi nilianza bila kukuwa na mtu wa kuangalia. I only had few people to ask from Nigeria and the admin of TBC. So they guided me, and now for that benefit, you also there to benefit. So I think I'm done on that. Now, yes, we can have a good night if we are sleeping.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Kela, for that point, and also for supporting us and for being present in this meeting. We are really grateful and we thank God. So thank you, members, everyone who. Yes.
We appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've switched to security and public works.
Okay. Security.
No, security is a different committee. Public works is a different one.
Okay, security. Just give me security.
Security. Okay, I've noted that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, members. Thank you for the great work you've done today. We have taken a step, and this step is going to become, you're going to go miles and miles, and your step you've taken is going to change life and the lives of people around you. So thank you for taking that initiative and heeding the call of the restoration that we have been given. So thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Dennis, for the coming to the meeting. Musimbi, thank you. Agnes, thank you. Thank you, Irene, for coming. Unique, thank you. Francisca, Raphael, Yvonne, and thank you to also Kela, PRO at the National, for being present here. We are really happy for everyone who came here. Let's encourage those who did not come. Let's get to them. You know, one or two people, just call them, let them know what we've done. Let them know they missed our session and they need to come in the next meeting that we are going to call. So let's encourage these people to come and know that we are now in a serious business. So thank you for all of you for coming. I want to wish you a very good night and may the Lord bless you. So for tonight, we say bye-bye.
Bless you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.